On a dark and quiet night, a lonely highway cut through the stillness between thick trees and distant mountains. Only one car sped along the empty road, its headlights flickering from shadow to shadow, as if trying to light a part of the unknown ahead. Inside the car, there was one person, unaware of what awaited them, traveling on this dark road toward a distant place. What began as an ordinary journey quickly turned into a real nightmare. As they passed through a remote area, they noticed something strange in the rearview mirror. A small light in the distance was getting closer unnaturally fast. At first, they thought it was just another car, but the light soon grew closer in an unsettling way. The car behind began speeding up, almost touching the car in front. They tried to change lanes to get away, but the road was too narrow. The headlights of the following car became blinding, sweeping everything around them. Despite their repeated attempts to escape, the car kept tailing them relentlessly. What was even stranger was that the sound of the engine began to mix with unintelligible noises, soft whispers, barely audible. But the worst part was that every time they glanced in the rearview mirror, they began to see figures moving in the back seat. Despite being alone in the car, those figures took on strange shapes, as if they were watching and waiting for something. The road narrowed further, and the trees surrounding the area grew denser. The darkness deepened to the point that the car's headlights seemed to vanish into the abyss of night. Suddenly, the car behind them turned into a thick fog, swallowing the road entirely. They pushed the accelerator harder, but the car began to slow down in a strange way. A terrifying sensation overtook them, as if the place itself was pressing in on them, the air growing heavy, making it hard to breathe. As the car slowed more and more, they felt something odd in the front seat. Looking ahead, there were no signs of the road, just complete darkness. But something on the windshield caught their attention. Thin threads, like ropes, were wrapped around the glass, filling the air around them. They tried to open the window, but the glass had stuck, as if it were held shut by an invisible force. As they struggled in vain to escape, an inner voice began whispering in their ear, "Don't look back. Don't look back." But they couldn't stop themselves from glancing in the mirror again. When they did, they realized the car that had been chasing them was no longer a real car. It was a dark, floating shape, closing in as the road grew even narrower. In that moment, they felt something cold creeping inside the car, like an icy hand gently touching the back of their neck, a sensation that could only be described as deadly cold. In the next instant, the car chasing them disappeared, and lights began to flicker on in the distance, as if the journey were nearing its end.